Well, good morning, everybody. I have quite a few notices today, so I'm going to get cracking. First of all, I just want to talk about what you're seeing at the moment, which, as I understand it, is a very out of sync voice and picture of the video section of this screen. So from today, you're going to see a lot less of me, which is a good thing for you, and much more content. So I'll just pile through my slide stack. I'd be really interested to hear your comments about it, and perhaps if you care to post on the message board, that would be lovely, particularly if you don't like it. So a very warm welcome to our meeting, January the 10th. So here in Ipswich in Suffolk, the temperature's dropping. I think it's going to hit 0 for the first time later today, and snow is forecast. But I understand that some of you have already got several inches of it, so I won't dwell on that. I'm Mike Wozniak. I think you all know me by now, theatre photographer based in the UK, and it's my pleasure to be the host for this meeting. Sheeta, our class director, sorry, and moderator. Forgot to change it for this meeting. And Sheeta, would you like to add anything at this point?
Not right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Eckhart, our president, is with us. Eckhart, was there anything that you would like to share?
Yes, there are a few things, Mike, that I would like to mention. You know, we had our first class this past Saturday, and we had 125 registrants for that class. That was outstanding. Also, like our membership to know that 65 of our members have signed up for all classes, which is a great number. And as far as the forthcoming class is concerned this coming Saturday, I'm sure, Mike, you're going to talk about it, but yes. I would like to encourage those members who have not yet signed up for this class and who are attending this meeting today to think about it and go ahead with between now and Friday afternoon, and please sign up for that outstanding forthcoming class. Well, that's my request. Thank you.
And let me piggyback on that because Christian Boyce, who is just phenomenal, always, all the time. He is our class instructor for the upcoming class. And you know that you always get information from Christian that you just don't get from anyone else. So that's my piece on that.
Fantastic. Just a reminder, everybody, that every single thing that you will ever need to know or learn about Naples Mug is available on the NMUG website. You do need to sign in, but once you're signed in, you can access stuff like old meetings, recordings, class recordings, just everything. So please be sure, if you haven't already done it, to sign into your account on our website. And let's just talk through a few announcements. First of all, I'm just going to repeat everything that Sheeta just said. I'm so looking forward to this. We had a fantastic meeting last Saturday with Jeff Bohr talking about macOS. And this Saturday, Christian is with us. Christian, as Sheeta just said, is an absolutely phenomenally good speaker. So if you want to learn about iPhone 15 and iOS 17 new features, do join us for the class on Saturday morning, and there's plenty of time still to sign up to that on the website. Question was raised about how you review past classes if you decide very kindly to come along and join us for some of our classes. And Dan has made a couple of changes to or one change, I think, to the website in order to accommodate past classes. This is a bit of the home page here, and up at the top you can see there's a classes tab with a down pointing arrow, and when you click on this you can choose past classes. Now it's a dynamic website, and one of the pleasures of that dynamic website is that if you've purchased a class, as soon as it's available, which is usually a couple of days after the live event, it will be available for you and nobody else to view on your computer. So importantly, don't click here expecting to be able to find past classes. When you click on this big classes button, it will just take you to the current and future classes. So just a reminder, you need to go up to the top and choose that down pointing arrow and click on past classes. A big call out because my goodness, Dan was busy over Christmas. We now have this, I'm sure most of you have used it by now, but we have this amazing NMUG AI specifically tailored to our organization's needs. And it's absolutely fantastic. You'll find it in the bottom right-hand corner of every single page of the website. And if you have a technical question or an Apple-related question, just click on it. Don't ask it to write a dissertation on atomic physics because it won't do it. You need to go to ChatGPT to do that. This AI has been specifically taught to only respond to related questions. And everyone on the board has thrown so many questions at it, and it's answered every single one pretty accurately. So if you're ever in trouble, this would be my first port of call, even before posting onto the message board. We don't want this to replace the message board, of course, because the message board is vital to our organization. But this is a great place to start and then go to the message board. Next week, I've never heard of this, but I've since spoken to Billy, who's with us today, who has. And Matthew, did you say?
Yes, Matthew.
So Matthew Kopp is with us.
May I just interrupt? If you really want to say it the French way, then you have to say Mathieu.
Oh,
Thank you.
Mathieu.
Mathieu.
Yes.
Okay.
Great.
I'm going to call him Mr. Kopp. Mathieu is with us to talk about Peak 2, as I said, a program that an app I've never heard of, but a universal photo cataloger. And as you can see from this brief bit of copy, very cleverly, if you've got lots and lots of separate libraries of images on your Mac, Peak 2 will combine them all so that all of your images are in one place. I mean, it sounds absolutely fascinating, and I look forward very much to seeing it in action next week. And that just leaves me the opportunity to pass the meeting to Sheeta, who I think would like to introduce Victoria for today's talk. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Welcome, everyone, to the NMUG Photography Showcase, Part 2. Our presenter today is Victoria Herring, and Victoria has some wonderful information to share with you, along with some amazing images. Educated as an attorney, sorry, let me start that again. Educated as an attorney, it's not hard to understand why Victoria is fascinated with architecture, patterns, lines, colors, vistas, and landscapes. With her photography, Victoria tries to see and capture something beyond a typical image of a subject. As she became more involved in the artistic field of photography through her travels combined with her photography, Victoria wants to create a rendering of place and time, of abstract, of people, of the uniqueness that spoke to her, and share those feelings with others. Victoria has been juried into and shown for multiple years in Iowa, Minnesota, and Illinois, several receiving awards. From 2015 to 2023, Victoria was a co-owner of Artesian Gallery 218, a fine arts gallery located in West Des Moines, Iowa. And with that, I welcome you, Victoria, to do our presentation, and I hand the screen over to you.
Thank you very much. I will click on share screen. I'll click again, it looks like. It says you can, there it is. All right, share. It says you can't, but I'm sure.
No problem, that was just me ending.
Oh, okay. Well, now I have to get up here to this whole thing is in the way.
Yeah, she's hiding her control panel.
Okay,
and
there we go.
There you
Does
are.
that work? All right.
Perfect.
That works just fine.
Good, thank you. I'm sorry about the complications there. I'm not used to sharing screens, but it's good to learn. You've heard about my background. It's really nothing there for me to add. Basically, I have a right brain, left brain problem. I'm a lawyer, by training and interest, and therefore I'm pretty firm about a lot of things. And then I have a background in art, and my father was a photographer. Obviously not, he was a lawyer too, but so I come from both left brain, right brain, and it makes it very interesting at times. When I started, I've been taking pictures forever, but in 2005, there was a contest here in Des Moines for images, and I entered the one on your screen now, which I assume you can see.
Yes.
And okay, thank you. And it became a finalist. It is in, I don't know if anyone has been to Des Moines. This is all going to be, you could go on Google and look at it all. The Des Moines Art Center has been put together through some very famous architects, Saarinen, Richard Meyer, 2 or 3 other ones whose names right now I'm forgetting. And then there's this Henry Miller sculpture in front. And so in any event, it was a lovely day, and I went and I shot the image of the Richard Meyer part of the building, and then with the Henry Miller sculpture in part. And I guess what I like about it, besides the abstract nature of it, is just the red, white, and blue. It's pretty stark that way. So that sort of explains where some of my interest comes from, making abstract images from things that people see every day. And that seems to be where I go most times. I wanted to address the idea of what is a photograph, because I think we all know we take pictures. Many of us take pictures all the time. We have all sorts of cameras. We have our iPhones. And it's an old technique. Obviously, there have been photo cameras actually around for years, and the concept of photography as well. But to me, you start with the factual rendering of whatever it is you see, which is on the right, as I face it at least, on the right is the Doge's palace, as you're looking off into the distance, and that's a very clear representation of what it is in fact there, and that's reality. On the left is an image, and I'll talk about it down the road a bit, from Cartagena in Colombia, which basically what I did was work with it a bit so that now it's what I would call an abstract image. Unless you were in Colombia, or unless I explained it to you, you might say, what the heck is that? It's an abstract image. So that's sort of where I go with a lot of my works. And then we did a lot of travel, my husband and I, little less so as we've aged, but it's something we've always enjoyed. And we went to France one year, and this image comes from there. And what I like doing with images where you're going off into the distance with a street or a road or whatever is I like to do a shot where basically there's a mystery about what the heck it is down the road. Now we see the cars there, but you can create stories about why they're going there or why they're coming back. And besides which, I find it fascinating that you have trees basically 2 or 3 feet off the road. And here in the States, most places you're talking about a 10 or 20 yard distance between something off the road and the road itself. Over the years, they've created that as a safety issue. And here in France and in other places, the trees are so close, I guess everyone has to drive much more carefully than maybe we do here. In any event, I sort of see this image as sort of creating a mystery about what it is